I'm Paul Rivera, back in here again, a new read. I feel like I'm mad close to the camera when I'm like this. Alright, so guys, if you're new, welcome in. If you're old, welcome in. Remember guys, it's a general read. So not everything I'm talking about will actually relate to you. Personal reads are available. You got an email, trinicanonly@gmail.com. We can talk about it. Yeah. I'm going to pull through the cards, we're going to talk about it. And remember, only you can be change you want to see in the world. You can't allow people who have no say. When I say have no say, meaning like they're not a main character like you're a main character, you know? Oh shit. Alright, well one card came out. It was like the wrong fucking way. Okay. Alright, we got 3 cards. Now we're gonna talk about it and speak life into existence, because if we don't, guys, nothing ever comes of yourself. 3 cards we got is building blocks, between worlds, community. Alright, so let's look at it right here. Let's start with building blocks, right? So guys, with building blocks, I'm getting that, you know, there is never a time that you should not be building either a relationship or building up yourselves, or building up yourself in the way that, you know, you're learning more about whatever does trigger you. You're learning more about what assets you want to invest in. You're learning more about finance. You're learning more about something that can bring in more money, more capital into your life. That's what I get from building blocks. You also got to realize too, guys, like I would say, all right, we have 24 hours each day. If we're gonna choose to sleep for 10 hours, it's a fucking personal choice. Now we got 14 hours. And for me, it's just a long blink. Like sleeping from 12 to 7 is fine for me. 12 to 6 is even better. It kind of all depends. And if anything, midday, I'll take a 30-minute nap and my body will be back to functioning at a high caliber, you know? And like I said, guys, with building blocks, you have to want success out of life. Without that, nothing truly does come of your life. You know, and when I say that, it's merely because, you know, in this day and age, there's no competition. So whatever you want out of life can and will come into fruition, because like people are actually very lazy now. You know what I'm saying? You could go outside and just see like people are very lazy. People actually believe that, you know, their job is gonna save them. When I just told you guys that there's people who have been laid off, who the government's saying now that they won't even get paid. So it's like if you have no investments and you're one check away from being homeless, what do you think will come of this? You know? Building blocks start with you. Okay, the next card is between worlds, right? Let's think about this, right? So between worlds can be taken 2 different ways, right? Between worlds can be taken in the way that you are changing the way you see life, or you are just allowing life to converge and just continue to remain confused, and you know, you wish it was different, but you know, remaining stagnant will always be a choice. It's not a great choice. It's not even a choice in general for me, because I understand that, you know, if I don't do this, this will not happen. If I don't do that, this will not happen. I would say between worlds, just make sure you understand exactly what is going on in your life. You have to weigh the pros and the cons of what you want out of life. The faster you do this, the easier life will become. Without you having the choice to, you know, without you actually weighing the pros and the cons and just kind of reacting because, you know, I would say, let's think about it this way, right? For instance, right, you meet somebody and like you're gonna give them your all wholeheartedly, right? That's between 2 different worlds. One, you're single, you're at peace, you're understanding about self, you know, you're doing what needs to get done, you're saving money, you're investing money, everything at an all-time high, right? But because you have chosen to allow somebody into your life that does not respect you and they see you as a meal ticket or whatever, the savings you have will be fucking depleted. So that's a fucked up world. Okay, let's go. The last card, guys, is community. Community is important. It's your bread and butter. It is something that, you know, without it, your life wouldn't be functioning. You know, like, it's just very important that in this day and age, you have people who you can actually depend on, people who, you know, have been put through the fire just as you, people have been tested just as you. And, you know, when I say that, it's an excellent thing to have people that you built with over the course of a few years, or over the course of years that you've known them, you know. And, you know, time is the true test of dedication to one's process, because a lot of times somebody might start something and then by like the next month, the next 2 months, they'll give up on whatever the goal they had in hand, you know. But like I just said, time is the true test of what will come of life, what will happen, and it's all up to you. It's all up to you. If you're gonna choose to allow time to just keep on passing by, you're not gonna try to make anything out of life, then time will accelerate, and before you know it, you'll be 30, 40 years old, not knowing what the hell you want out of life. And, you know, it just gets harder and harder as you get older, because it's kind of like you have to reprogram exactly what you didn't and did want out of life. And the longer you choose to remain stagnant in life, nothing comes from being stagnant. I'll tell you that all the time. And I feel like it's so wild, because if you choose to really just remain at a job for a certain amount of years, you kill all the drive that you had of your own life. You know what I'm saying? Like your job becomes your life. And I feel like it's more diabolical, because people kind of don't want to see it in that sense. When, if you don't see it in that sense, then how the hell you get ahead? The main I would say, like, the main point of this read is to understand that time waits for no one, right? So no time like the present. The whole idea of building blocks is just best to start to build on your own. And, you know, you could find like-minded people that come towards you, you know, attraction energy. And just don't waste your time doing some dumb shit and then trying to, like, double back on doing some good shit, because that's not how life works. You know, we all know good and bad. We all know good and evil. So why not do good? I love y'all. What you water will grow, what you cast will last. And don't forget, talking about real estate, Bitcoin mining. And it's truly up to you guys. It's truly up to you. Whether you will push past whatever's going on or you won't. It's a personal thing. Goodbye.